It's an honor of our team to catch your attention here in our presentation about a very interesting topic of today, which is school violence and stop bullying.
Our team is KFC. We have Trường Vũ Thiên Thiên, Trường Cẩm Tùng, Tê Sang Hoàng My, and Nguyễn Trần Bình An.
Our contents include the reality, definition, and some common forms of school bullying, the causes and consequences of school bullying, and some solution and advice for bullying victims. Firstly, we will talk about the reality, definition, and some common forms of school bullying. What is school bullying? School bullying refers to intentional acts of harm, such as physical abuse, verbal insult, bullying, exclusion, or any behavior that causes physical or mental harm to students in educational settings. Reality of school bullying. School bullying is not a new issue, but its frequency and severity have been rising in recent years, making it a serious concern in school environment. It occurs across all grade levels, from elementary to college, with varying degrees of impact. Some common forms of school bullying. The first one is mental bullying. It's using word or insult to harm a person's mental health. The second one is physical bullying. It's hitting or hurting the victim physically. And the third one is sexual assault. It's unwelcome physical touches or action without permission. And finally is cyberbullying. It's using online platforms to harass or harm others.
Now, moving to the second section where we talk and discuss about the main cause of school violence, like what just caused all these escalating problems to happen at all. So that's why I am here to lead this one specific topic for you guys. So, the cause of this reality has many different varieties, and I will try to cover them all in a nutshell right now. First of all, about the cause of parenting. So, parenting is a very common reason, especially in Asia, that directly influences kids to have inappropriate and horrendous acts at school. Getting in more details, it's that parents might neglect their kids, causing them to have bad mindsets. This could be because of the fact that most of the parents are now just very busy with their works nowadays. Moreover, parents might develop untightened disciplines attitudes on kids without even recognizing that, and resulted in kids having indecent behavior. It's worth mentioning that besides the issues about bad parenting, the school system itself, what we've all been well known about, could also be a severe cause to the school violence. Speaking about this, I'd like to mention about the disciplinary problems handling at my school couldn't be satisfactory still. So basically, the penalty that students get when they cause violence are still not worth it in my opinion. And the educations that the school system provides are still not as effective to kids that causing the same consequences about violence as well. Lastly of all, I've moved to the most interesting one that I can find. In fact, it's about that the antisocial behavior and what can it cause. So it basically means like the kids not involving in the social activities, and that may also lead to the same case as the other two reasons I've mentioned above related to this topic about school violence. So getting deeper, it means that kids who prefer not to participate in community activity can develop the antisocial mindsets, which also leads to the violence acts at school, and it's also a very powerful source for them. In the worst case, kids might accidentally join in with the toxic relationships all over around the society, and it can also be able to reshape their future and their thoughts about what's the right to do.
Next up, we're going to find out more about the consequences of school violence. School violence, such as bullying, can lead to different types of consequences, which are depression, bad mental health, or even makes the victim of bullying intend to commit suicide.
Solution and advice for bullying victims. And for victims of school bullying, actively practice life skill, peer obedience, and polite to friend, parent, and teacher. Obey school rule well. If you see a violent phenomenon, you must promptly report it to the school teacher or competent authorities for timely intervention and handling. Away from violence, say no to violence, learn to control emotion, actively participate in volunteer activity that the school organize to increase kindness and goodness in the children.
And I hope you guys had a great time learning about the school and violence through our video. Thank you for paying attention.